do with the members of parliament. It will definitely affect members of parliament. Has to do with the latest directive by CS for Interior, Fred Matiang'i. I can see here briefly that story has been captured. A very small column here on page 4. Orengo faults Matiang'i move on VIP security. But yes, I know it's on the Standard and a much bigger story there. Matiang'i to have VIP protection on page 8 of the Standard. Some 12,000 police officers are assigned to protect VIPs and guard their homes. That number will be cut by half if Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i has his way. This, they say, will free up at least 10,000 officers for other duties. Of course, you are among those who enjoy VIP security. This directive will definitely affect you directly. Some of you, especially those who have senior positions in the National Assembly or the Senate, even have extra security for your rural homes. If this is cut by half, which could be necessary in terms of protecting property and enforcing the law in general, definitely it will affect you. I can see already opposition from the leader of minority in the Senate. Do you probably share in his views?
Yeah, well, what I'd like to say is that members of parliament just have one security officer. So I hope that that one is not going to be cut into half and therefore means zero. I'm sure that I do hope that what the CS is looking at where there are excesses, where there are excesses. Because security at your home is not an excess, especially if you hold a senior position. That only applies, I think the security to homes and so on only applies to senior leadership in the house. And even not all, some do not feel it's necessary and therefore they do not have.
You only have one?
Yeah, just have, every member of parliament just has one security officer.
So when you see your colleagues working with a contingent of about 3 or 4 people, all looking like security detail, that means that is a separate arrangement.
Some are men in black, some are just youth, they have, but armed security from the forces, I think it's one.
First, actually, yeah, it's one. For a member of parliament, when we came to 11th parliament, we actually were advised on how many security officers you can apply for. And that was an advice. Yeah, I mean, it's not automatic. And you may choose not to have a security person or
but there's provision for more than one?
There is, no, the provision is one. Okay. The women members of parliament at that time had been told that they can get at least 2. I think they were looking at maybe the area that they cover. But applying security and provision of security to VIPs is really assessed according to the needs. And the assessment is actually by Matiang'i's office. If now he has assessed and found that possibly we don't need the security, then he can cut the security where he finds there is any excess. You
interact with these very senior officers in government, even in the National Assembly. Do you agree that probably some of the security is a bit too much?
I really think we are looking for beefing up security at the wrong place. Yes. I don't. If there is anybody with an excess that they don't need, then he can look at it and take away.
Okay, fine. You've seen, and I'm talking about parliamentary leadership.
But I thought that parliamentary leadership also, when you see maybe 4 or 5 people behind me, just know there is only one security officer, or that I have reasons to have been given more than 2, and that reason has been accepted by this assessment team that has come and said, because of ABCD, Alice Wahome needs more than 2. So it's not really that because I am the leader of majority, then obviously, the security exposure is higher according to how you are profiled, the office you are occupying. There are offices that carry certain risks. Yeah. There are others that don't carry major risks because.
So you feel all this provision is necessary?
We can't. You're asking for a blanket answer.
The Interior Ministry feels it is unnecessary. If at all they're going to have it, to cut it by half, then definitely they feel it is unnecessary. Now that you interact with these officers, do you agree probably with the Interior Ministry?
I haven't seen anybody in actually, for example, from where we come from, Parliament, I haven't seen a nuisance or any excess. I haven't seen, because if it is like the speaker, who is the highest, actually I see only one vehicle behind him. And,
and you know, there are members of parliament who have none.
Yeah,
you know, there are
who
some
haven't
who
even
just
applied.
feel,
Yes,
you know, this security thing is too much nuisance. I'll just be on my own. Some feel they are, you know, they could even
do without.
You know, yeah. So really, I think.
And you apply. Actually, you make an application, and you write and say who you want.
Yeah.
If you unless you don't know who you want.
Do you agree that there's probably, and as far as Parliament is concerned, because that's where you sit, that there's no one who enjoys excess security there?
I don't see. I mean, I think they're looking in the wrong place, and I think maybe this VIP protection, maybe
VIP is a very large. VIP is very large.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily Parliament.
Maybe it's in the executive, maybe it's in parastatals, maybe it's with whoever.
Yeah,
but in Parliament, I don't see. I don't see.
We just quoted the speakers and the leader of majority.
Yeah.
They 4 officers are not cannot be said to be.
You're saying in any case?
In any case, I feel that you know, Parliament's welfare is covered under the Parliamentary Service Commission. In fact, these provisions for security are provided by the Parliamentary Service Commission. So I think probably the CS is looking at other arms, not Parliament, because Parliament, everything is prescribed by the Parliamentary Service Commission. Nobody is in excess. You know, all these people, how do you walk around with them? How do you, where do you put them? You know, so really,
it's a cost.
It's
a cost.
neither here nor there as far as Parliament is concerned.
And speaking about parliamentary benefits,